in my ball. I think his butt was wet. Why was your butt wet?
You ready?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm here today with my big ball and my cat. And together, we will be teaching you some yoga. So I know all of us have been in quarantine, stuck at home for how many days now? We're losing track of the days. So yoga is a nice way to keep your mind happy and healthy, and also to keep your body happy and healthy. So I have a cat in the room, and he actually is at the top of a ladder, and I'm just gonna mention that because it's so funny. Anyways, so yoga, good for your mind, good for your body. So before we start, I'd like for you, even though you're in the privacy of your home, to just acknowledge how you're feeling. So I'm going to go through a variety of emotions, and just raise your hand, or silently in your mind raise your hand, and to see if this is how you're feeling. So raise your hand in your mind or physically if you feel happy today. Raise your hand if you feel sad today. Raise your hand if you feel awake today. Raise your hand if you feel sleepy today. That's my cat. He's actually chiming in his 2 cents as well. Raise your hand if you feel energized. Raise your hand if you feel inspired to do art, creative things, color, paint. Raise your hand if you don't want to get out of bed and you really just feel a little bit down. So why I did that is because to show you that however you're feeling is okay, and all people feel all of these different ways at any time. So, we don't always have to feel good, and it's okay to sometimes feel a little bit sad. And if you do feel sad ever, you're not alone, and that all humans go through a variety of emotions at any time. However, yoga, when you practice yoga like we will do today, it can help you come up out of the harder emotions to a more pleasant place. Ultimately, we stay neutral and peaceful, but that'll come with time. So we'll start by breathing. So I use this ball to teach breathing, because this ball works a little bit like your lungs, a little bit less complicated than your lungs. So when the ball gets big, you'll just take a deep inhale. And when the ball gets small, let all the air go. Ideally, we breathe through the nose, but sometimes it's okay to exhale through the mouth. So just watch the ball. It'll be like Simon Says, but with breathing. So we'll just start nice and slow, okay? Take a nice straight back, sit up tall, wherever you are. Now maybe we'll go a little bit faster. And exhale. Let's see, we'll do one more. Maybe the cat will get inside the ball. Inhale. Nope. Oh, he did it. Hold the breath. And exhale. Good job. See feel now that we've done some breathing? So this cat is actually in training to be my yoga teacher as well. Just kidding, but I love my cat. I hope you have pets at home too that you love. All right, so now let's just do some movement. Let's find our wrists and shake them out. Take your head, let's take a little bit of head rolls, some head circles. Go the other way. Good job. I'm gonna move the ball. And now we'll do some sun salutations. This is the fun stuff. So, we're gonna stand on up wherever you are. I'm standing on a yoga mat. Maybe you're on your carpet at home. But wherever you are, just stand up and inhale, reach your hands all the way to the sky. Pretend you can wave past the ceiling and see the sun and the blue sky. I do think there's some sun out today. Say hello sun, hello sky, hello fresh air. Deep breath in. And exhale, let's fold to the floor. Ha. Inhale, take your feet apart, bend your knees, come to frog pose. Ribbit, ribbit. Take your hands to the ground. Let me see you hop back to a log. So, hop back to log. And come down to the ground. From here, lift your nose for snake pose. Tuck your toes, come to table pose. I know you're able. Stay right here with a nice flat back. Now let's do everyone's favorite pose, downward facing dog. Your body should look like an upside down triangle, and maybe you feel inspired to make some dog noises or just be silent and still. Ruff, ruff. Look up at the hands, we'll hop back to frog. Hands to heart. Good, now from frog, come back to log. From log, lower down to the ground. Lift your nose for snake pose. Come back to table, I know you're able. From here, find downward facing dog. From here, hop back to frog. And now forward fold. Hands to the floor, lift your hips high. Fold forward. So a lot of kids, when I teach kids, they're like, ow, it hurts. So if you're hurting, don't hurt yourself. Just bend the knees. Bend the knees, it's okay. Take your head left and right. No pain. Inhale, come on up and wave to the clouds. Reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Notice how you're feeling here. Now that we've done that, let's do it again. Inhale, reach up high, wave to the sky. Exhale, fold. Again, bend the knees. Come to frog. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. And hop back to log. And come down to the ground. Lift your nose, snake pose. Come to table pose. From table, take downward facing dog. You can wiggle your tail, pretend you have a tail. Shake out your head, move your hair around. Feel your body. Good, let's lift our right leg, shake our right leg out. Lower the right leg, lift your left leg high, shake your left leg. Lower the left leg, look at the hands. Walk or hop forward, back to frog. Hands to heart. Come to fold, hands come to the ground. Lift your hips high, bend the knees, drop the head. Inhale, reach up high to the sky, take a back bend, wave to the clouds. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that again. Okay, when you're ready, reach up Come to frog pose. Imagine what you would look like as a frog. Hands come down, hop back to a log where all of our forest friends live. Come down to the floor, lift your nose. Snake pose. Hopefully the snake doesn't eat the frog. Feel your back bending as you open your heart. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Ha. Big breath in, big breath out. Ha. I see little kids all the time. What they do, they bend their knees and they take their head to their feet. So I can't do that, but if you can, you should try that. When you're ready, come to table pose. And downward facing dog. Meow. Look at the hands, hop back to frog. From here, hop back to downward dog. Downward dog, hop to frog. Frog, hop to down dog. So let's see if you can do 3 more. Hop to frog. And hop to dog. 2 more, hop to frog. Hop to down dog. 1 more, hop to frog. And downward facing dog. Now you should be a little bit warm. Hop to frog last time so that we can come on up. Lift your hips, come to fold. Bend the knees, shake it out, shake your head. Wiggle your hair around, move, move, move. Exhale. Ah. Inhale, come all the way up, way to the sky, way to the clouds. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's take a moment, slow it down. So if you can, if you have any wishes that you are hoping to come true, you can take a few moments here to make a wish. Maybe make 2. That was my cat. He made his own wish too. So thank you. Let's do some balance pose. So we'll take tree pose. I have actually some trees on my shirt. They're made to look like a peace sign to represent peace. So it will be like our inner tree. Bend your right knee or left and either keep the foot on the floor like this, find your balance, or take the right foot to the left calf, find your balance, or take the right foot to your left thigh and find your balance. You just don't want to push on the knee, and we feel strong in the standing leg. Lift your chest, find your inner confidence, your inner light. Maybe take a smile and breathe. If you fall out of the pose, get back up and try again. You can also hold a wall. You can hold maybe your mom, your guardian, grandparent, whoever you're with. Maybe you make this a little contest. I don't recommend yoga to be a competition, but if you're a kid, it might be fun to see who can do tree pose the longest. Although that really doesn't matter, so we're not going to get too serious with that. Take 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch. Take the right leg down. We'll lift the left leg up this time. Place the foot either above or below your knee, or rest the toes on the ground. Just because a pose is hard, let's say this is a really hard pose for you, that doesn't mean yoga is not for you. It just means find a way to make the pose easier. So you can, again, keep the toes down, you can hold a wall. We don't like to give up just because something's hard, especially if we know it's good for us. Let's take 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, One leg will stay down, and we'll bend the back knee. Take your same hand. So the foot that's lifting up, that hand will hold the inside of your foot. Thumb is facing up. Start with your knees together, and we're balancing again. If you get wobbly, just hold the wall. Whatever you need to do. Begin to lift the back leg, reach the back leg up and back from dancer's pose. Maybe you start by holding the wall until you feel more comfortable, and then you can let go of the wall. See if you can hold this for 5 breaths. If you fall, get back up, try again. 4, 3, make sure you're breathing. 2, and 1. Let's come down, shake it out. Good job, that was a hard pose. Let's do the other side. When you're ready, the other foot glues to the floor. It's now your tree trunk, right? And we'll bend the other knee. Take the hand inside the foot, thumb faces up. Knees together. Reach up and back. Maybe hold the wall or your hip. Reach, reach, reach the leg behind you. Reach the other arm forward. Find some balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Calm down. Good job. Let's rinse it out with the sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Come back to frog. Let's see if you remember frog. And do you remember what's next? See if you can do it on your own. I'll give you a second. If you guessed log, you were right. Hands down, hop back to log, and lower down to the ground. What's next? What's next? Lift your nose, snake pose. From here, we come to table. I know you're able. Tuck your toes, spine downward dog. Exhale. Ha. Good, look at the hands. Hop back to frog. From frog, forward fold. Let it go. Deep breath out. Let's open our shoulders. Interlace your fingers. Bend your knees. And let your hands come towards your head. If you're saying ouch, just take a couple steps back. Make this easier. Bend your knees more. Shake out your head. I know a lot of us are stuck doing online school right now. So this is a good way to stretch your back from all that computer work. Take the head left and right. Let any thoughts come out of your head and go into the ground. Take your hands down, rise all the way up, reach up, way to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. From here, we will take our way down to the ground. So bend the knees, sit down. See if you can do this gracefully. If you fall, it's okay. Bend, bend, bend. Once your hips come to the floor, we'll take boat pose. So lift your chest, open the hands, and reach your legs. This is hard. If it's too hard, you can hold the legs. See if you can stay here for 10 breaths. If you fall, get back up. 9, 8, 7, you can do it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Oh, that was hard, right? Take the legs left and right just to relax. Help yourself relax a little bit. Little bit left and right. Massage the low back. Deep breath out. Exhale. Good. From here, let's take a bridge pose. Bring your heels to your bottoms. When you're ready, lift your hips high to the sky. If you want to make this harder, you can lift one leg, lower it down, lift the other leg, lower it down. Bring everything down. Exhale, come into a little ball, rock left and right. Bring your nose to your knees, lift your head. Head comes down. Let's do that again. You can do bridge pose. If you'd rather take a full wheel pose, I know kids love this pose, you can do that. Hands underneath the shoulders. And either lift up for the same bridge pose again, or back bend, lift up. Hold for 5 breaths. If you want, you can play with lifting one leg and the other leg. Just for fun, if you fall, it's okay. Lower the leg down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Walk your hands towards your feet. I know you 5-year-olds have bendy, bendy backs. And come down. Down to the ground. Hold your knees into the chest. Lift your head, bring your nose to your knees, like you want to smell your knees. Good, from here we'll roll up and down the spine. Let's do 3 or 4 times. You can roll the feet all the way back, and then all the way forward. Let's do a couple more. From here, we're going to try to stand. So go back one more time. And just for fun, stand up. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Let's cross the ankles, slowly sit back down. And come and lay down onto the ground. Hips to heart, or hips to the ground, back down. Knees together, feet wide. Take your hands to your heart and to your belly, or reach them up overhead. So we always like to end our yoga classes with some relaxation. So this pose is meant to relax you. We'll stay here for a few breaths. If it's hard to relax, just notice that. If it's easy to relax, notice that. Now let's take butterfly legs. Some people like to flap their wings. You can flap your wings or just be a sleeping, still butterfly. Take the legs long. Left leg, right leg goes straight on the ground. And we'll just lift the right leg, give it a hug. So bring the right leg towards your body. Hold it. And lower it down. Lift your left leg, hug it towards your body, and lower it down. Maybe lift both legs towards your body, and lower them down. Lay flat on the mat, or your carpet, your rug, wherever you are. We'll rest for a couple minutes here. While you're resting at home, I will play my singing bowl. So I invite you to close the eyes if that feels safe and let yourself completely relax. When the schools are open, I would sometimes bring my singing bowls to the schools. If you're still laying down, you can make your way to crisscross applesauce. Sit cross-legged just like me. If you'd rather keep laying down, please do that. Sometimes kids like to just rest, and I invite you to just, maybe you're taking a nap. Otherwise, if you're sitting, we'll bring our hands to our heart. We end our yoga practice by saying namaste. In India, namaste is actually a greeting. It means hello. But it can also mean the goodness and the light in me sees and honors and respects the goodness and the light in you. So it's a peaceful way of honoring each other and honoring our practice. Thank you all for practicing yoga. I hope you keep having fun. Maybe you invent your own yoga poses at home. I hope you all have a happy, happy Friday. Thank you. Namaste.